I always thought our relationship was solid, the kind that could withstand the earthquakes of life. But that illusion shattered the day I stumbled upon a cluster of love notes tucked away in the garden shed, nestled between the dusty old tools and forgotten remnants of past projects. My heart sank as I realized these weren't just remnants. They were fresh, alive with passion and deceit. Each note dripped with words of desire and affection, words I had never received. Amidst the growing storm in my chest, I flipped to the last note, and my blood ran cold. It wasn't the words that broke me, but the signature. It was my best friend's handwriting. I confronted my partner that evening, trying to keep my voice steady as the world around me crumbled. They denied it at first, but my anger and the evidence were undeniable. The mask slipped, and the truth came pouring out in a torrent of guilt and excuses. I heard words like, "It just happened," and "I never meant to hurt you," as if those sentences could sew together the tear in my heart. But the real shock was their admission. This had been going on for months, right under my nose, in the very spaces we shared memories. The betrayal cut deeper than any wound I could imagine. All those times we spent in the garden, laughing and planning our future, it had been a facade. I began to question every moment, every touch, every whispered promise. My mind raced with the thought of their secret meetings, the lies they told to steal away precious hours that should have been ours. It wasn't just the betrayal of my partner, it was the loss of trust in someone I considered family. The past and present collided in a bitter realization that everything I held dear was tainted. In the days that followed, I wrestled with a storm of emotions, veering between heartbreak and rage. The whispers of doubt lingered, haunting me at every turn. I had to decide if I could ever forgive, knowing that the foundation of my life had been built on deception. As I stood in the garden, the scene of their treachery, I realized that the real betrayal wasn't just in their actions, but in the loss of my own sense of worth. I had allowed myself to be blinded, to ignore the signs for the sake of love. And now, faced with the truth, the hardest battle was learning to trust myself again.